Here are the three best bets for the MLB on this gorgeous Friday. Yesterday, 2-1, really close to the sweep. We got hooked on the last second there with that Mitch Keller over on his strikeouts, unfortunately. Can't be a perfect day every day, but nonetheless, 2-1 is still a profitable day. Today, these three picks are fantastic. Lots of data to back them up. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Our first play is over 4.5 strikeouts for AJ Smith-Shawver. Now, again, it depends on where you're getting this line, so make sure you are line shopping. You're looking around on different sports books, and the best way to do so is using the OddsJam tools, where you can see all of the sports books in your area that you have access to, and you can find the best line. So use that link down below to sign up for OddsJam. 90-day money-back guarantee as well if you use that link, so you can try it out, and if you don't like it, you don't have to pay anything. So as I said, let's say around minus 120, minus 125 for this play. And, Smith-Shawver has actually only pitched 3 times in the big league so far this season. He's gone over in his last start. His first 2 starts, he went under this total. However, he was facing Washington and Arizona, number 1 and number 3 for the least strikeouts against. So definitely tough matchups to be getting strikeouts. But then when he faced Colorado, who's in the bottom 10 range, he did get over this total, and that's important because he's facing the Reds today, who are also in the bottom 10. So we're getting Smith-Shawver against a good matchup, a team that strikes out a lot, and he really is a strikeout pitcher. 13.42 strikeouts per 9 in the minors, 12.2 this season. So he throws a lot of strikeouts. He's facing the Reds, who strike out a lot. Yes, the Reds are hot on a massive win streak right now. It doesn't mean that they don't strike out, right? And so, and also eventually they need to cool off, right? So we are at 4.5. I think that he definitely can hit this total pretty easily. We're not laying a whole lot of juice. And so this is our first play, Smith-Shawver over 4.5 strikeouts. Our second play is Fernando Tatis Jr. over 1.5 total bases. We're laying a bit of juice here, about minus 130 or so, depending on the sports book. But the reason why I'm okay with laying this juice is because of his matchup, right? This is the most important part, especially when you're looking at hitters, is their matchup with their pitcher. And guess what? He is facing Patrick Corbin. He is 4 for 7 against him with 3 singles and a double. Not exactly hitting home runs against him so far. However, in that 7 at-bats, he's definitely seeing him well. And if we were to average, these over a 2-game span, he's definitely getting over that total. And I mean, it really, even if you look at his total stats against lefties, obviously, which Corbin is, he is hitting 308. And looking at home, he's hitting 318. So he's hitting incredibly well against Corbin, against lefties, and at home, all of which is going to be happening today. And finally, his June stats here, 359 in June. So he's heating up. He's facing a hitter he's always had success against. I love this play, and that is why we are, we're laying some juice, but it's worth it. And so definitely lock in Fernando Tatis Jr. over 1.5 total bases at about minus 130. Third and final play here, Logan Gilbert over 4.5 strikeouts. We love taking the overs. Makes things, more interesting here, but it's not just because we love taking the overs. This one's got some good stats behind it. Logan Gilbert, he has been actually on fire this season for strikeouts. He's averaging 6 strikeouts a game, and we're getting him at around minus 105, minus 110. So we're not laying a whole lot of juice. And if we look at his stats this season, I mean, his first 7 starts, he flew over this total. Recently, not as hot in his last 5, but if we look at his season stats, 71% of the time he's covering this at a minus 245 implied odds. So we're getting him at minus 110 with implied at minus 245. So definitely catching a lot of value there. And Gilbert, he's a strikeout pitcher. He struck out 10 guys in a game earlier. We're getting this line at 4.5. It just seems like a perfect spot for him to, to get 5 strikeouts he's covering, and he does this quite often, right? 71% of the time. So we're going to keep it simple here. A guy who covers it very often. We're getting some odds here that are giving us minus 110 on this. We're not laying any juice. Count me in. And that's it. Tail or fail. I mean, it's up to you guys. We've been on fire with the MLB picks this week. 3 sweeps already, a 2-2 and a 2-1 day as well. So being very profitable so far, up 5 units. And we're going to continue that streak today. Feel free to parlay or just tail the straight bets. And we'll see you guys next time.